Before we begin, I'd like to remind everyone to please remain seated and keep your arms and hands in at all times. And please no eating, drinking, or smoking while on board. We begin our journey by crossing one of Asia's great rivers, the Irrawaddy River, formerly known as Burma. If you look down the river, you may see some of our local water birds and turtles. We're now in Wild Asia. We're no longer in New York City, so those two buildings you see behind there, you do not see. They do not exist. We are in Wild Asia. We're now entering the Continental Meadow. And if you look directly ahead, you can see some deer with spots. Anybody see the deer with spots? They're called axis deer, spotted deer. You may recognize them from Bambi. And anybody see some like other ones over here? They call black buck antelopes. Anybody see like the beige ones that are small? They're called black buck antelopes. And males have spiral horns and have slightly dark coats than the females. And if you look all the way towards the back, you can see some beige deer that are really big all the way towards the back. They're called swamp deer. And swamp deer mainly live in the wetlands and feed on aquatic plants. And for the axis deer, they retain their spots throughout their entire adult lives. And both axis deer and swamp deer, only males have antlers. The Indian government saw the need to help protect tigers in the wild, so they created Project Tiger. Project Tiger took farms from the old farms, such as the one on the right, and placed them in new government farms, such as the one on the left. This created more space for tigers and deer to roam around without confronting any humans. Again, this is called Project Tiger, but the tigers are not here, they're further down. And if you listen behind you, you can hear a waterfall. Unfortunately, you cannot see the waterfall. You saw it? We're now entering the South China Hills. The South China Hills is the home of our beloved Formosan Singa deer. Unfortunately, the Formosan Singa deer can no longer be seen in the wild. They have been extinct in the wild since September of 1973. And any Formosan Singa deer you see in the wild is due to captive breeding. They were exterminated in the wild due to overhunting for their meat and antlers, which are thought to have medicinal properties. Yeah. Unfortunately, you can see them as I go up over here. They're probably up here. Up here. Fortunately, the Bronx has a very successful breeding program and has bred over 450 Formosan Singa deer here in the Bronx Zoo. The Bronx Zoo currently has the largest herd of Formosan Singa deer in North America. And the Bronx Zoo is proud to say that they donate many Formosan Singa deer to zoos throughout North America. Can you see some more towards the back? Once again, we had the largest herd of Formosan Singa deer in North America. And the Bronx Zoo has successfully bred over 450 Formosan Singa deer here in the Bronx Zoo alone. If you look at the base of the trees, you might notice some metal fencing. The metal fencing on the trees was placed there in order to help protect the trees from the deer. The deer would bite the trees, would otherwise bite the trees and sharpen their antlers on the base of the trees. Over time, this will destroy the trees. So in order to help protect the trees, they put the metal fencing around them. And we have supplied other objects in which the deer can sharpen their antlers on. We are now entering the Anchor Forest. Anchor Forest is a large exhibit, so now it's be almost anywhere. But right here, can anybody see that big animal over there that looks like a buffalo almost? That's called a gaur. Gaur are the largest wild cat in the world, and they can grow up to a height of 6 feet from foot to shoulder. They also weigh over 2,000 pounds. Their size and large horns often help them fend off attacking tigers. Their size and large horns often help them fend off attacking tigers. That's right. Good. Can anybody see any like deer all the way towards the back? Anybody see it? They're called brow antler deer, and they were once common in Southeast Asia, and they are famous for their large sickle-shaped antlers. And only males have antlers, and all these have antlers. So this is called a bachelor herd. But if you can't see them very well, don't worry about it. You can get a very good view as you go around to the back side of the airport. So if you can't see it very good, don't worry.
Straight back, go straight back, right back.
Sorry. If you look at, can anybody see the large wooden fence? That's called a tiger Mashan. And in India, tiger Mashan, they treat top line that humans used to see tigers without being seen themselves. This tiger Mashan also helps protect the tigers from the sounds and movements of the property behind us, and the highway behind us. So, the tigers have been out in the open today, but sometimes they do like to hide. And despite their coloration, they're very, very good hiders. I'll slow down and try to help you find one. But if you see one before I do not hesitate to yell out and point. I'll go slowly so you can stand up if you like. Tigers are the largest of all cats, and Siberian tigers are the largest of all tigers. And we're looking for Norma. Norma is a 4-year-old Siberian tiger, born at the Minnesota Zoo. Where? Here we have Norma and 2 tiger cubs. The 2 cubs were born March 7th. And they're about 11 weeks old. Can you see them? Their names are Alexis and Sasha. Alexis is a female, Sasha is a male. They were born through the SSP program, which is a species survival program. It's a cooperative breeding program throughout North American zoos. Once again, Alexis is a female, Sasha is a male. The Siberian tiger is the largest of all tigers. Tigers live solitary lives unless mating or if they have cubs. They mainly live in a range which is marked by their scent. It's customary for a group of this size. Tigers times a meet a day. It's customary for a group of this size to help feed the tigers by donating 1 or 2 of their passengers.
How about that, huh, Charlie? We saw Chicago. Can you see?
So if you have any volunteers.
Sit down now. Sit down.
I hear Miss Johnson wants to volunteer.
Sit down.
Johnson.
How's that?
There's a tree there. A couple tree.
Huh, Charlie? This is the first time you ever saw him? Yeah, I'm out there, man.
You always saw him, but I never see the thing here.
See what's up here now.
Unfortunately, habitat destruction and poaching has diminished the tigers' numbers in the wild. And I think you see some more axis there. The other ones are the spots I saw on the other side. You can see them right over there towards the left.
You gotta sit.
Unfortunately, habitat destruction and poaching has diminished the tigers' numbers in the wild. And today there are more tigers in captivity than in the wild. They're being poached for their fur and body parts, which are thought to have medicinal properties. Imagine a pig with long, slender legs. Imagine a pig with almost hairless, pinkish gray skin. Imagine a pig with 4 protruding tusks from its nose. Anybody know what this is called? A babirusa. And we're coming upon a male babirusa right now, and his name is Oscar. I'll go slowly so you can stand up and say hi to Oscar if you like. He's right over there if you look all the way towards the corner. And as you can see, Oscar has a face only a mother could love. Anyway, that's a show. We're now coming upon the female babirusa. And unlike the male, the female does not have any protruding tusks from its nose. But as you can see, she is still equally as pretty. we're now entering the kayak forest of Thailand. And you know what lives in the kayak forest of Thailand? No, are two female Asian elephants. Their names are Happy and Grumpy. And Asian elephants travel in herds which are led by the oldest and most dominant female. And their names are Happy and Grumpy. Happy and Grumpy. Grumpy is the one over here. And this is Happy, and if you look at face, you see they smile. Asian elephants can eat up to 400 pounds of food a day. They can wash down for over 30 gallons of water. Unfortunately, there are only about 40,000 Asian elephants left in the world today. They're highly intelligent social animals. Right now I'm in the Chitawah Valley. And the Chitawah Valley goes like before to one-horned rhinos. No, we're looking for one-horned rhinos. And if you look towards the... Can you look towards the back? They look like rocks. That is Mama Ella and Baby Daly. Baby Daly was born 3 days after Christmas, December 28, 1995. And Baby Daly weighed 130 pounds when she was born. How many of you guys weigh 130 pounds now? She now weighs 900 pounds and is quickly catching up to her 6,000 pound mother. I took all the way towards the back to see her.
Because you can't lean over. You gotta sit down. Sit.
If you look at their skin, it looks like tough armor.
Put your head in, Chris. Put your head in.
Their skin looks like tough armor, but it's actually very sensitive. And they often wallow in the mud.
Sit down, Chris.
And they often wallow in the mud to help protect their skin from biting insects and the scorching sun. However, rhinos are not very smart. And if you ever find yourself being chased by a rhino, just hide behind the tree and they'll figure out why they're running in the first place. We will soon come upon a waterhole that was made by Ella's mother and Daly's grandmother, Pinky, who is unfortunately no longer with us. Pinky, when pregnant with Ella, walked around in a circle for 3 weeks, stomping her feet until the waterhole was 3 feet deep in the center. The rains came and the waterhole filled up shortly before Ella was born. Once again, the waterhole is right here. No, and it is neither man-made nor made by nature. It was made by Ella, by Pinky, Ella's mother. Unfortunately, she is no longer with us. We also have a male rhino named Vernon. He's not with us right now either. He is currently on a breeding loan to the Toronto Zoo. He volunteered. We're now in the Rastan Upland. And here we will be looking for another herd of axis deer. You may remember them as the ones with the spots. We're also looking for a herd of swamp deer, sandbar deer. I'd like to remind everyone to please remain seated because you might get hit in the face by these branches. I will tell you when you can stand up and get a very good view of our animals. Sandbar deer are the largest deer in Asia, and they are the largest deer we have here in the Bronx Zoo. Once again, they are the largest deer in Asia and are the largest deer we have here in the Bronx Zoo. The males are slightly larger than the females and have large antlers. Gotta look all the way to the back. You can stand up if you like and take a good look at them.
Stand up. Stand up.
Can't see them? Once again, these are called sandbar. And in case anyone was wondering what the difference between antlers and horns are, I will tell you. Antlers are bony structures which branch out. And they're grown and then they're shed again each year, which means that deer, they drop them. And you'll see antlers on our sandbar deer, axis deer, and swamp deer. Horns, however, an animal keeps it throughout its entire life, and they do not branch out. Horns you have seen on our gaur, they're the large, they look like buffalo. You have seen them also on our one-horned rhinos, and on our black buck antelope. Remember in the Colorado Meadow? They all have horns. We're now looking for our pair of white-necked cranes. Here you can see our male. In Asia, white-necked cranes are honored as a symbol of fidelity and longevity. They can live up to 50 years long and get the same mate for life. Throughout their relationship, they continue to call and dance at each other. This helps strengthen the bond they have between each other. And if you look all the way towards the back, you can see the female. Can you see her laying down, anybody? Well, she's laying down because she is currently laying on a nest of eggs. All the way towards the back, next to the log over there. All the way. Their names are Salt and Pepper. That's the best video you're gonna get of them. We're now looking for the tufted deer. Or as we like saying in the Bronx, they're the tough to find deer. Because it's only 23 inches tall from foot to shoulder. And it's about the size of a poodle. Anybody know how big a poodle is? Pretty small. Poodle. And believe it or not, it's only 23 inches tall and about the size of a poodle. And just like a poodle, it barks when excited. A tufted deer. We call it the tufted. It's very hard to find. Anybody see it? It has to have very sharp eyes. It's about the size of it's about the color of the bark of the trees. So it blends in very well with them. It's dark brown.
Do you want to stay here? We're going?
Where?
Chris, you want to sit in the back? Huh? You want to sit back there?
Once again, they're very hard to find. They're the tufted deer, and we often call them the tough to find deer, because it's often tough to find them. We're now about to recross the Irrawaddy River, and we're now at the highest point of our journey through wild Asia. We're now approximately 35 feet above the water, and if you look down the river, you may see some of our local water birds, turtles, and even fish. And in case you're wondering, yes, this is the Bronx River. So if you look very closely, you might even see Jimmy Hoffa.
Okay.
Anybody see the turtle and the fishes?
The river. Where? I don't know where.
Look at the big fish. Look at the big fish. See it?
We're now entering the Himalayan. Anybody see alligator?
Look at the turtle on the rock.
Well, that's because this is the Bronx River and we don't have alligators in the Bronx River.
Look at the size of it.
We're now in the Himalayan highlands. The Himalayan highlands are famous for the mountain ranges which include Mount Everest. Over here live our Himalayan tar. Himalayan tar close relatives to both sheep and goat, but are really not a sheep nor a goat. Both males and females have short horns, so north southern part you have to look at their coats. The males, as you see the one right over there, he has a blondish ruff around his shoulders and throat, and he is larger than the females. The females are smaller than the males and do not have the blondish ruff around their shoulders and throat that the males do. The females are the girls, the males are the guys. If you look right on top of here, you can see one of our females. Anybody see her? On top of the hill? Also living on the slopes of the Himalayan highlands are the red pandas. Red pandas are also called fire foxes. Their main staple is bamboo, although they do eat other plants, insects, and even mice. But they're nocturnal. That means they awake during the night and they sleep during the day. So if you remain quiet, they'll stay on the tree. Their names are Sally and Zucchini. See them right on the branch. Although this shows the name and fondness for bamboo, today scientists do not think they're closely related to China's giant pandas. And if you're right past the red pandas, you can look towards the back and see some more red Himalayan tar. You see the one towards the left is a male, and the one on top of these rocks right here is a female. So these sports fans on board may recognize the name tar from the North Carolina Tar Heels. You can see some more of our red pandas at the Himalayan Highland exhibit, just a short walk from the Monterey station. And has anybody visited the butterfly zone yet?
Right there.
Well, if you visit the butterfly zone, you can become immersed in the magical world of butterflies. And yes, it is open.
Yes, they do bite.
Come in here.
Look. See you sitting on that? Look straight ahead. See him?
If you look to the left, you'll see the Bronx River. This is no longer the Irrawaddy River. So this indicates that we're no longer in Wild Asia. We're now back in New York City. And sadly, this concludes our journey to Wild Asia. And did everybody have a good time on their journey to Wild Asia? I hope so, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your visit here at the Bronx Zoo. And I'd like to thank everyone from Park Avenue for being such a great crowd. Goodbye, everyone. Have a nice day. Bye.
Like your mommy and daddy. Is that nice? Hold my hand, honey.